being everywhere should be fairly easy to see, but sometimes life can get in the way. So you can see God in many different ways or forms. Here are just a few stories of just that fact.
I've really seen God in Hope Chapel when we moved here. The congregation was small and, it was obvious that I was struggling, but how I get to work with them, I've really seen God move, and especially in the youth group too, how it's grown, and it's really impactful.
One place I've seen God, there was this big tree in our backyard with a branch loosely hanging on, facing toward their house. It looked like it should have fallen towards our house, but when it did fall, it turned so that it fell more towards the fence than our house. Everyone in the house jumped. Something moved to the branch so it was facing away from our house.
My father used to own a shop downtown in Warsaw, and I had a lot of energy, so he tried to make it so I'd burn it off. And he saw a bird and he said go catch it because he thought I'd never catch it. And I think I came back within 3 minutes with a bird on my finger. And it was just crazy for my father to see. And I don't know, but God's just given me a way with animals. I can connect with them.
It's really cool. So you feel like God's given you a gift in that way.
Yeah.
We've been working on this house in Warsaw for Lighthouse Station Ministry for coming up in 5 years now. Before we moved in, we first bought the house, there was no walls. My room and my parents' room didn't even exist. And what is my room? There's a giant hole in the floor. Things were a little rough to begin with. We had quite a time crunch to get my room finished, my parents' room finished, so that we could move in before the school year. For the last coming up in 5 years now, we've been working on finishing it. We've been finishing the walls, painting the rooms, finishing the floor, and we're actually close to being finished. There have been a couple rough patches with everything, with finances and everything that really had to be done to the house, but everywhere you looked and saw a problem, God had a solution. We were in a crunch for money, and God said, don't worry, I got this. When we needed a furnace, we had someone come who was very nice and said, I can give you this huge discount on this furnace you need, where this little work, it'll take a while, but it'll be a lot cheaper than anything else you can get. And now that side of the house is heat. Any problem, God had a solution. Anywhere you looked in the ministry, it was impossible to not see God.
Well, the past Thursday, I just went on a field trip to Letcher State Park. The nature was cool and stuff. But the best part was that we got to be in school. So that's...
A God sighting that I've had was that my friend Nate, he was getting into trouble a lot last year with the teachers, and then we started bringing him to Lift It Up with us, and he started having a lot more fun, but then he had to move to Pennsylvania. So now he lives somewhere where the living isn't great, but he's doing really good in school. And then yesterday he actually came to Warsaw because he was staying for the weekend, and he asked to come and see me.
So how did you see God in all of that?
Well, he used to not really hang out with me that much. So when he asked for me specifically, that was kind of like, wow, we made an impact on him.
Seen him a lot in nature as it turns nicer, like the birds, you can hear the birds chirping and stuff like that. And a lot in this house when people are getting along, you just tell how nice everyone's being to everyone else, so it's nice.
I think one of the big places in my life, especially recently, that I've seen God work is when we were getting ready to go to our trip to Africa. We got to the airport and I was told that I couldn't fly, and immediately my heart just sunk. And I thought that was it. I thought I wasn't going to get to go, but we ended up finding tickets and finding a way there, and through all the people praying for us that I didn't even knew who I was, let alone knew that I was going to Africa. I think that was a big God sighting, just to know that people were praying for us, but also that God was using our struggles and our trip to work in the lives of people who maybe had never prayed before but cared about us.